Jamerica 5288. Please excuse my hair, but you know, I'm trying to make it grow, so we'll see. So a couple of days ago, I went and bought squash and zucchini, and I looked at the squash and look, $40 worth of yellow neck squash, and it's a mess. It's a mess. I'm feeding it to the chickens. I'm trying to salvage some for myself, but yesterday I cut the tops off and gave it to the chickens because it's no good. $40 worth of this stuff, and it's substandard. But this morning, I did a garden tour, and guess what I found? I found cucumbers, peppers, black-eyed peas, habanero peppers, and sweet bell peppers. I only spent $1 on the seeds for these, and they're still producing. So I know a lot of y'all like to have the heirloom seeds, and heirloom seeds are wonderful. I agree with you totally in reference, I'm gonna move this out the way before I break it. I agree with you totally in reference to buying heirloom seeds, because once you have heirloom seeds, you can let your plants go to seed and you'll have seeds for the next year. But if you can only afford $1 and you have you have a bucket, a window, you can plant your own stuff. These black-eyed peas, some of them came out of a bucket. Some of them came out of a bucket. You can grow this stuff. There's a black-eyed pea right there, a fresh one. You can grow this stuff in a bucket. These were in a planter also, and I overwintered these. So if you have planters, I pulled them inside and when fall came and it started freezing, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull in 2 tomato plants that are producing well, that have done well, that are already in planters, and I'm gonna pull in my two of my bell pepper, and then I pulled in 2 of my habanero. And I'm gonna continue to do this because these, including the tomatoes, are perennials. But today is about a garden tour. Let's go out there and see what's going on. Oh, remember to like and subscribe. I'm gonna say this again when we get at the end, but please like and subscribe so we can go ahead and see what Miss Jamerica is doing and just show you what you can do. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm a little one. So let's get to it. Let's get out of there. This is the taro area. Y'all remember when I planted that a couple of months ago? Something just touched me. It's still taro, still in the boxes, in the pots. And there's more in the ground over here. Taro is a root and plant crop, leaf crop, I should say. You have to cook these for 30 minutes and remove the main stem, or your throat will close up. Just a word to the wise. I'm talking from experience. Here's the kale. Doing a lot better. I let the chickens out for a little bit yesterday. I think they learned their lesson for now. They didn't come out of the coop. So there's my Swiss chard. I've been harvesting on a regular. This is comfrey. Comfrey is a chop and drop, but I use it we call it knit back in Jamaica. Some country called it knit bone. So if you have inflammation, you grind it up wet with the leaf with some oil and wrap it up, put it on your knee, or mine is my knee, and wrap your knee up with some plastic wrap and leave it on there for a couple of hours, and it should go away. This is my little potato that I pulled out of my tote, and these are black-eyed peas. I call them black-eyed peas. Some people call them cow peas right here. So there's also some string beans in here. I have to plant more string beans because I absolutely love them. All of the figs came back. All of them, even the one I thought was dead. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the last one, the winter killed them, or I thought they killed them. They came back though. So those are all. That is all. That's Fig Lane. In between the figs, I planted asparagus starting here. I'm gonna have to come back out here. I got some mulch finally because he was having a hard time identifying where the asparagus was. So here's asparagus in between the figs. Here's my sweet potatoes. One of my sweet potato ground covers. They're doing real well. All of them are doing well. These are my pumpkins. They're not doing so great. I planted some pumpkin seeds from a pumpkin I got from the supermarket. The seeds came up, but the flowers keep falling off. And I know they're being pollinated. How do you know, Jamerica? How do you know? Well, right over here is my butternut squash. And look, I have butternuts all over the place. They're everywhere. They're hiding from me right now, but they're here. I saw them. So my onions are doing okay. I got to weed again because the weeds out here, because it's been raining, it just finished raining. As a matter of fact, I'm so happy. That means I don't have to. God did it. So here's my onions, my onion bed, and my string beans. I got to go in here and weed. The chickens killed most of the sunflowers, but one of them survives. Here's some cucumbers. They're starting to develop. We'll pull this one off. Oh man, I got cucumbers. I got cucumbers, guys. I got pockets in my, there we go. Oh man, I got cucumbers, guys. I should have bring a basket out here. My turkey, I'm calling them a turkey. There we are. I got 3 cucumbers. Let me put them in my pocket. That's 3. Let me see if there are any more down here. There's another one. That's 4 cucumbers. Oh Lord, thank you. Going down Raggedy Lane. Got more cucumbers over here, but I don't know. They were all planted at the same time, but we'll see. So, yep, I got more cucumbers. Here's a cucumber here. Whoopee! Well, I'm getting lopsided. Let me get another pocket. You look down here. Nope. I gotta weed. I got a lot of work to do. I guess I'll start today. So here's the rest of the crops. That is callaloo. See how quick it came up? That bad boy is high. Why are you bent over, sweetie? You in my way. You in my way. Here's some more cucumbers. I just put these down and I had to trail them over here because they were taking over where the okra is. So these are my okra. I don't have a lot of them, which is why I moved the cucumbers. I was kind of upset that I planted the cucumbers so close to the okra. But the okra is starting to sprout up now that it's getting really hot out here. It was 88 degrees yesterday. Here's the corn. There are my brassicas. That's kale. Let's go over there. These are tomatoes. I always put the tomatoes here. I was wondering if I should switch it up, but they seem to be doing well. Somebody stepped on this one. I wonder who it was. It was probably me. Oh, poor tomato. I'm sorry. I gotta stake you up. So there's the tomatoes right there along the fence line. As I said, that is the Swiss, not the Swiss chard. That is callaloo. I got some sweet potato slips over here. I have some more cucumbers here, starting to go up the trellis, so I'm good. So those are sweet potatoes right there. More tomatoes. Let me go around. Swiss chard. This is Swiss chard. This is, you know what that is, turnips, right? More Swiss chard. I got them mixed up apparently. That line is kale. Swiss chard. I think that's I think that down there. I think that's what is it? I don't really like it. No, that's kale. That's kale. And this, I believe it's collard greens. I'm not sure. I don't really care for collard greens. I don't know why I planted that. Shouldn't plant things that you don't like to eat. I got more Swiss chard. I love Swiss chard and I like kale. As a matter of fact, I planted more kale because I want to do a whole bunch of kale chips, and I'm going to put them right along this fence line right here. So that is cabbage. Something that's been eating my cabbage. See that? That's what you deal with when you don't use pesticides. And my corn is right here. Let's turn around without stepping on anything, Jamaica. We got our little chunkalas on this morning. Chunkalas are doo-doo-doo. They are flip-flops. So I got yellowneck squash, and I got zucchini planted here. You know they get big, right? So they're starting to develop. Look at that. They are coming out. They're coming out. The yellowneck is coming out quicker than the green one. I don't see any of the green ones yet. Let me be careful. So here's a view. One side view of the garden. Let me pull you up so you can see. And let's see. That's one garden bed right there. There's 3 of them around here. Well, 4, maybe 5. I've got them all over the place. This is where the garden was last year. And I'm going to continue to plant out here. I need to start mulching. Not mulching, but putting some fertilizer out here in the wintertime, or compost out here in the wintertime from my yard, from not anybody's yard. We get a bunch of leaves out here from all these trees. So I might as well use them to the good. Let's go to the next one. I'm going down Raggedy Lane. My pockets are full of cucumbers. Man, I'm happy, 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 happy. White, he has got such a big mouth. He has developed, did I see another one down there? No, that's not big enough. He has developed his vocals, his vocal cords. He must hear me talking about him. He must hear me talking about him. This is the lemons. I overwintered. I pulled these in the house. These are the ones that, that's why they look so good, because they were in the house. This one was in the windowsill. I didn't get any lemons that I know of, but at least they're healthy. The ones that are left outside look like that, half bald or dead. So here's the peach tree, one of the peach trees. What's going on with you, sweetie? A couple of leaves died. I'm gonna keep an eye on her. And her sister is right over there. Pecan tree, pecan tree, pecan tree. There's 3 of them. 3 pecan trees. That, I don't have any luck with olives. Planted this last year. Still got a tag on it. So if I want to go and get some more avocados and olives. What is this? HEB olive. What kind of olive was it? I don't know. But it died. Died almost as soon as I put it in the ground. I guess olives and avocados don't like this soil, but peaches do, as long as I keep them watered. So there's a peach right there, and peaches can take the cold. That's why I planted them. My other tree came back up. This one, it has fruit on it. It's high up though. These are limes. Let me see if I can open you up. There's some limes up there. See that? I don't pick them until they turn orange. That's when they're full of juice. So I'll get them later. They're all on the top though. There's a whole bunch of them up there. There's some on the other side also. So the lime tree that is over here always escapes the winter. This one is trying to come back. See that? See right here? That's why I don't cut them down. The only reason why I don't cut them down is because they come back. Spurs, if their roots are alive, they come back most of the time. I think I lost 1 or 2 on the other side. All right, let's go around. These onions have been out here about 2 years. They're going to seed, which is what I wanted. Let me see if I could harvest any seeds. Not yet. They're still stuck on there. So anyway, I wanted to get that thing back. Got a lot of debris out here because I cut down a lot of brush, so I got to pick all that stuff up. Here is my raspberry. The other one died. I only have one that I know of. The other one, yeah, the other one never came back. I broke it off by accident. But they say, well, raspberries jump. I know that. So hopefully this one jumps. Or next year I'll just go buy another one from Walmart, or another two. This is a peach tree that I thought passed away last year, but it is coming back. I love peach trees. I love peaches. And I harvested a peach from the new trees out there. Focus. The new trees out there just past the, that's not a peach tree, but the one with the sleeve on it is a peach tree. Those peaches are awesome. Here's our banana bushes. Some people call them banana trees, or I was raised to call them banana bush. So they're coming back up. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything from them because they died all the way to the ground. So here they are. Cushaw. Guess what, y'all? Guess what's happening with the Cushaw? They're coming out. I gave them their own space. They got all of this right here that's spread out. And they're taking over the oleander. I don't even want the oleander. Oleander is pretty, but it's poisonous. Every part of this plant is poisonous. You cannot even, if that's a good way to say it, burn the branches. You cannot do anything with it. Just compost it and get it out of your way. Don't burn it, because the fumes alone will make you sick and make everybody else who smells it sick. This is just another crepe myrtle that's been struggling for years, but it's coming back. And here's my other lime tree that is coming back. See all the dead branches? If y'all look back at I think it was my second video, all of this was just dead debris with the exception of the peach tree. The peach tree was bare, but it wasn't dead. So citrus will come back, but you know, they sell it out here, but it suffers. It suffers, and I'm not gonna buy any more. I'm just gonna try to keep the ones that I have out here alive, the ones that survived. So here we are going into the next garden bed. I need to stake this one up. I got one up over there. We'll go over there in a minute. This is more, okay, these are the onions that I put in the tote. I moved the tote from around the gazebo because it didn't look very good. So I put it over here on the side of the shed. So those are onions. And this is ginger. This here, these vines, these are the seeds that I got from the pumpkin seeds I got from the pumpkins from the supermarket, but I don't expect much from them. I planted more cucumbers out here with these atomic orange corn. I don't know about this atomic orange corn. It looks like it's struggling, so I'll come out here and do something. It's the only bed that has been, you know, doing well as far as weeding goes so far. So this is the Michikili cabbage that I put in the ground. It loves the soil, apparently. Next to it are the beets. Beat it. Tomato plants. I know I planted them close, but I'm gonna try to stake them up. So I got a whole bunch of tomatoes, and then I came out here when y'all weren't watching, and I put more of the callaloo out here. Remember I planted all those seeds? Well, they all survived. Callaloo is strong. Here we have another, this is a Myers lemon tree. I think this one finally gave up the ghost because the snails are taking over. They'll let you know if stuff is dying because they will show up. See them? There's 3 of them out here. I'll get them in a minute. This is my loofah. Oh no, loofah, come on now. You could do it, baby. Come on, loofah. I have to help it out. Just a minute. I'm gonna put you up. Because this loofah, I know I look a hot mess. Don't talk about me when you see me with my coat on. There's mosquitoes out here. I'm trying to protect my skin. I don't heal well. I get those little black marks and swell up. And all right. So loofah, come on, loofah. No, you don't need to connect down there. You need to connect up here. There we go. Shoot. And help it out. Okay. So I strung it up as best I could. I wanted to climb up You out. Climb up. Up. I have some will wire, and I didn't think about it, but I've already started the string thing, so I'm gonna have to continue that. I think I'm gonna put a couple more strings around there. And the crepe myrtles are waking up. Look at them. There's spiders. I'm not going over there. See the little flowers, the pink flowers? They're pretty. And here's the beginnings of the watermelon patch. Oh, this is a pear tree. Let me step back. So I staked up the pear tree because he was leaning on the everlasting arms. His brother is leaning too, so I have to go over there and do the same thing that I did to this one. I have to go over there and do it, and I'm gonna do it today because the longer I wait, the more the root structure gets, accustomed to being in that angle. I put these watermelons out yesterday. I know they're close. They'll be all right. I got some more watermelons coming up right now. Here are my grapevines. They're doing good, but what I'm concerned about is this. Blueberries. Blueberries, man, they always give me a hard time. Always. There's another one over here. So let's take another bird's eye view of the garden. There it is out there. And that's garden number 3. Or 4, depending on how you look at it. Or 5. Let's go back down the road to Lovely Lane. Got my hose out here, but I don't need it today. Thank you, Jesus. That is so much work. Going from one bed to another, it takes about an hour to get everything watered in. That's a satsuma that I need to move. It's coming back. I was afraid to move it because it died. See that? But here it is. It's coming back. It needs more sunlight. I might dig it up and put it in a container. Now let me tell you about a find. I'm getting all excited. See those buckets out there? Lowe's has them for about, I think it's $8. But they don't have them out in the store. You have to order them online and then go to the store and pick them up. Now, I think that they're not making them as good as they used to. And I saw this on another channel. But these are perfect for trees. These are $25 now, if not more. Here goes another snail. They are out of control. I'm gonna come out here and pick them off later on after I get off camera. So here's another bird's eye view of what's going on as far as out here in the open with the garden. And there's my mess from me pruning. I've had to go in there and prune down a lot of stuff. Important thing about pruning, you will not see weeds until you start pruning. And if you watch my pruning video, which will be a couple of days before this, you'll see that I found dodder up in the treetops strangling out this stuff that I planted out here. Now I consider a weed anything that I do not want in the garden or did not plant in the garden, usually do not want in the garden, is a weed. I don't care what it looks like. If it's not supposed to be there and it's killing the stuff I planted, it's a weed. So I had to pick up all this mess. I tried to pile it together. I'll get a rake today. That's gonna be my thing. And then I planted some more okra here. I keep on forgetting it's here. Look at that. Okra. I think I might have stepped on one over here, because it starts here. Let me get this out of here. And that is it, my dear. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I did tell you about the overwintered stuff, right? These are my, oh man, I got some habaneros. All right. I ordered some Scotch bonnet because people are saying that they're not the same thing. They don't look the same either, so I guess you could say they're not the same. What I noticed with these is that they have a different hot. They're hotter than the ones that you buy in the supermarket. And I got my solar panels out here for my little light in the house in my way. But yeah, these are habaneros that going in my pocket. And I put some I put some fertilizer on these yesterday because these peppers, we pull one off, they weren't doing well. They were not doing well. This is, look at that. See how untaught that is? It's mushy. It's going in my pocket though. It's going in my pocket. Here's another one. They're not that big, but they're mine, right? There's another one. And the reason why I'm picking them is because I want them to continue to grow. What is this? Where is this coming from? Where is that? That's a habanero. Okay. I have to also replant these. These are my Barbados cherries. I kept those in the house. I was not gonna let those die. They wouldn't have made the winter. And they'll, you know, you have to pull some plants in. That's why. Here's another one. They're too crowded together. I'm gonna give you some room. I got a pocket full of stuff. I'll show you in the house in a minute. Yep. This apparently is a radish. Look at that down there. Sometimes you don't know what stuff is. I just threw it in the bucket because I didn't know. This is my bok choy. I planted more of that. Let me show you my bucket of bok choy that's popping up. You know what? Jamaica can plant some seeds. I tell you that. All of this is from seed. All of the stuff out there, with the exception of the two watermelon plants I just put out there, they're all from seeds. All of them. I have some more watermelon here that I have to put out from seed. Here is my other bok choy, and it's not pak choy. This is actual bok choy. Bok choy does not like the sun. I got some more cantaloupes coming up, so I got 4 more coming up. So out of, let me see, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 out of 24, I did not get so far because they keep popping up. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So I'm up to almost half of them coming out, and I put the other ones in here. They're getting their secondary leaves, so I'm gonna get ready to put them in the ground. They're over here temporarily. These are secondary leaves. So all of this tower, with the exception of the top, is all cantaloupe. So let me show you what I came over here for. I didn't forget. So the other day I came out here and I planted some more bok choy. I planted a line of it. So the rest of this on this side is lettuce, but this line right here, that's bok choy. That's a lettuce. That's a lettuce. So I'm happy. Here goes my petunias, and of course more. Let me see if there's any cucumbers on here. It's kind of heavy at the bottom. Yeah, I see some cucumbers coming out. Look at that. Look at that leaf. Look at that. I got some cucumbers coming up. We go to the other side and look, because these have been in here. Cucumbers do better in the ground, by the way. These have been on in here. This is heavy too. They got all kind of flowers on it. Nothing. And this over here is my Mexican oregano that's going to seed finally. I've had it for like 2 years. This is year 2. Lowe's threw it out. I picked it up. I was like, wait a minute, that's still alive. So they mark off stuff and they will not sell it to you. I was like, can you just mark it down to 50%? He's like, no, ma'am, I got to put it outside. I said, okay. So I sat my little butt out there until he put it outside, and I went and get them. And they were little. They were in those little seedling trays. This is also Mexican oregano that was thrown out. And this is thyme that was thrown out. I didn't think this was going to make it, but it went through the frost, and now it came back better than ever, and it's not seeding. And I don't have to buy any thyme. Look at that. Thyme is expensive. I buy it by the little packs, and that's $170, $160. No, it's $178 per pack. And there's only like 5 or 6 little stems in there. Look at all that thyme I have. It's drooping over now. It's runneth over, and thank you, Jesus. I don't have to buy any thyme anymore. This is another pear tree. I put it in a bucket. I don't know when I'm going to put it in the ground. And my tomatoes that the birds were eating, my birds were eating, they are loaded. Look at that. There are tomatoes all over these plants. I need to go in here and thin it out a little bit so that they get some air in here. By thinning it out, I mean just take some of these bottom leaves off. Like that one is dying. Just needs to air out. See that? If you don't air it out, you get some dead stuff on the bottom. That's not good for the plant. So I'm just gonna take a little bit off while I'm out here. While I remember. Pull them off. Pull them off and throw them down. Now this was my favorite lime trees. This lime trees used to drape down from this. I used to have hundreds and hundreds of lime trees and now limes from this tree. And now I have 2 branches that are alive. This one and that one in there. This one right here. I have 2 branches from the entire tree. There's some coming from the bottom. So I'm just a little upset about that. The bird is gone, so I don't have an excuse anymore. Nest done rained down. It came off, so. And here's some more sweet potato slips that I got to get in the ground. They're just running. You know you can eat sweet potatoes leaves. So I haven't put those in there. How many are in there? There are just two slips in there. So that's it. This concludes the episode of the update of the garden. It's been 28 minutes. I've been talking to you guys. This is Jamerica 5288. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.